Yes guys, Evertech back again with another video, and I've got the LILLIPUT A7S Full HD monitor for your mirrorless or DSLR cameras on the channel for you guys today. Now this is a budget monitor, but it's got some really good features on it. I'm really impressed the way this monitor is actually performing. I've used it now for a couple of weeks, and I've got to tell you, it is absolutely brilliant. For the price that you're gonna pay for this monitor, I can't recommend it enough to you. And the reason I'm making this video is because I think it's such a good monitor that if you are looking to buy one, then this could be a good shout because it's a budget, it's very good, it's full HD, it's 1920 by 1200, and it's got a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. And the brightness on the screen is really, really nice. It's really bright, the colors pop. It's just a really pleasant little display to look at. And it's got some really good features on a monitor at this price. You can't really go wrong with it. So nevertheless, let's just jump into the unboxing. Let's take a look, see what you get in the box. Then we'll take a look at the monitor. We'll go through all the features so that you, for yourself, you can decide whether this monitor is going to be a good shout for yourselves or not. But like I said, let's jump into that unboxing. This monitor supports a 4K signal, so if you're using any of the Sonys or the GH5s, then you're going to be able to get that 4K pass-through. It's also got a HDMI input and an output as well, so if you're thinking of running another HDMI cable from the monitor itself to another external display, then you're going to be able to do that with this. And like I said, the resolution of this monitor is obviously 1920 by 1200, and it's at a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. So at this price point, for this little monitor, you're going to get a full HD display, which looks absolutely gorgeous. So like I mentioned, the aspect ratio is 16 by 10, but it's got a handy little feature on it where you can actually change the aspect ratio of the screen itself. So if you are shooting in, say, 2:3:5:1, you can change that on the monitor to be able to display 2:3:5:1, which is really nice. You've also got 4:3, and you've also got a couple of other options on there that you can flick through and change the aspect ratio of the monitor itself. So that's a really nice little feature to have. You've also got your safety markers on there as well, so you can set them to whatever percentage you want so that you know whenever you're shooting something, you're keeping in those markers. So that's a really nice feature as well to have. There's also focus peaking on there, which I really like. Although many of the cameras now, you've got focus peaking on them, it's still handy to have that on your monitor because you're going to be able to see it in a lot bigger size, and you're going to be able to really see to make sure that you're focused in on whatever you're shooting. One of the main features that I do really like about this monitor is the fact that it's got false color. Now what that's going to enable you to do is get the correct exposure when you're shooting. So the fact that you're going to be able to see whether you're overexposed in certain areas or you're underexposed in certain areas, you're going to really be able to dial that exposure into exactly how you want it, and that is a really, that's probably my most favorite feature of this monitor. The contrast ratio of this monitor is 1000:1, so it's not a bad contrast ratio, and the screen does look really nice. I've got no complaints about the way it looks. To me, to my untrained eye anyway, it looks absolutely spot on. There's also speakers on the monitor, and they're okay. They're not the best speakers in the world, but if you need to hear the audio that's coming out of it, it's going to do the trick. Although when I've got mine connected up to the GH5 and I'm trying to play audio through, I get a really funny like buzzing, humming sound. There's obviously some frequency issue there that's causing this sound, so I usually have that just turned off. But there also is a 3.5mm headphone jack on there, so if you wanted to plug some headphones in to be able to monitor audio, or somebody else to monitor the audio, then that's possible on this monitor as well. The viewing angles are also really nice on this monitor. They're 170 degrees, so no matter where you're standing, you can pretty much see what's going on this monitor. So it's a 7-inch IPS panel on it, and it's really nice to have that bigger screen to look at. I prefer a much bigger screen over a smaller screen. My GH5, I think that has like, what, 3-point-something inch screen on it or something like that. And you can get monitors that have got like 5 inches on them. But for me, I'd rather have a bit of a bigger screen. So that's the reason why I went with the 7-inch one. There's also a port on there so that you can connect a DC power input straight into it, which I think is 12 volts that you'll need to power the monitor. And that can just plug straight into the wall if you wanted to use an external power source. So you've also got an F970 battery plate on there, which is compatible with obviously F970, F750 and F550 batteries. You can get them off of Amazon. I'll put a few in the link for you down below, but you're going to be getting roughly from the F550s around 2 hours. The F750 is about 4 hours, and then the F970 is about 4 to 6 hours roughly. So in the box, you're going to get the LILLIPUT A7S monitor itself. You're also going to get this nice little silicone case that it goes inside that's going to help protect it, because it is made out of plastic. It's not an all metal build, but for the price point, the fact that it's plastic doesn't really bother me. It just means that it's lighter. You get a foldable sunshade that you can put on the monitor if you're out in really ridiculously bright conditions and it's hard to see what's going on. You can put that around it, and then you're going to be able to see nice and clear what's going on in the monitor. For any GH5 owners out there, you're going to have to get a normal HDMI cable to be able to use this monitor with your camera. And last but not least, you get this little mini hot shoe mount on there that can screw into the monitor and go into the hot shoe on your camera, and that way you can mount it up onto your camera or wherever else you're thinking about mounting it. It's not the best hot shoe in the world, but it does the job. And like I said, for the price point, you can't really complain about it. So there you have it, guys. That was the LILLIPUT A7S 7-inch monitor for DSLR or mirrorless cameras. I just wanted to do a quick video about it just to share it with you, because if there's anybody out there that's looking to buy a monitor for your camera, then this could be a good shout, especially if you're on a budget. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.